All this will come to an end. I cannot take
There
care
are
of
many
this
different
any
types of curriculum
longer.
available for students at two-year colleges.
Lord,
Shay Pruitt is a student in Daniel's class exploring theater arts.
we started off doing like a lot of improv, you know, to get us all comfortable with each other and acting, because I'm very shy. So that helped me a lot.
To try to bring to life in a theatrical event.
He's got a broad experience base in the communications area, and I think knowing what is important in his field has really helped him to bring that into the classroom.
You're trying to make that
Dan does quite a bit of assessment of student learning, and if you see the before pictures as compared to the after pictures at the end of the semester, you really notice a confidence in students that's going to be important in their careers regardless of what they're going to pursue.
This course is part of a liberal arts curriculum.
General education is typically the soft skills, are typically the skills that employers want most after they have the actual occupational skills that are necessary.
Many employers believe that a liberal arts education prepares students for successful careers by developing transferable skills, such as written
at any time. Okay.
and verbal communication skills, and the ability to solve complex problems, to work well with others, and to adapt in a changing workplace.
I think you got.
Again, I'm kind of going for an article there, so you could either say another company's name or the other company's name.
The Learning Center at Minneapolis Community and Technical College is one place where students develop their English skills.
Franchise sales product under the other company's name.
We do a lot of tutor training, and we make a clear distinction for our peer tutors between you being an answer person and you helping students learn how to learn more independently.
Developmental education is a field of practice and research within higher education with a theoretical foundation in developmental psychology and learning theory. It promotes the cognitive and affective growth of all post-secondary learners at all levels of the learning continuum. Developmental education is sensitive and responsive to individual differences and special needs among learners. The broad field of developmental education supports both the academic and personal growth of underprepared college students.
A lot of colleges are putting students into learning cohorts called learning communities, and this is a strategy that's been found nationally, researched over many, many years. If you put students into cohorts where they know each other as friends and they can support each other when they study, and the teachers very often, when they're teaching those cohorts, integrate assignments so the students can see the application of what they're learning in one thing to something else.
For example, Inver Hills Community College offers learning community topics that include an introduction to pre-health science professions, orientation to business, and exploring the arts and humanities. The purpose of the learning community is to help students become more engaged in their learning and to be successful in the classroom.
Can raise student persistence to 85 to 100% the first semester. And that's pretty much the retention rate that people with real integrated learning communities get, 85 to 100%.
Today's career and technical education programs increasingly incorporate rigorous and challenging academic content standards and provide a non-duplicative sequence of courses leading to an industry-recognized credential or certificate, or an associate or baccalaureate degree.
Some majors have more of a global application than others, but ideally when our students come in, they learn about the subject matter expertise. They develop hands-on skills and training, and we look at ways in which they can apply that training in the careers that they're most familiar with, but we also try to help them look at ways to expand their training for use in career fields outside of the immediate area.
Two-year colleges also have a long history of providing continuing and workforce education and training that reflect the needs of their local businesses and industries. The role of professional development and training in the two-year college has grown tremendously. Minnesota State colleges and universities also provide customized training to employees and helps employers stay competitive.
We also work closely with our customized training group, which is a network office. It's a business unit within the college that does outreach to our local and regional industry, ask what their training needs are, and then bring those needs to us and see if we can provide the training they look for.
Robin Fruth-Dugstad teaches horticulture technology and incorporates service learning projects into her program. This service learning experience prepares the students to be global citizens whose education takes them beyond regional boundaries to places such as New Orleans.
Just think, it's been like over a year and it's still like this.
Biggest part, they had a lot of wind damage, and after Hurricane Katrina, the water and everything was shut off, so a lot of the plants and grass died and a lot of their landscape. So we went down there just to volunteer in planting trees and plants.
More than 320 million trees were destroyed in the area as a result of Hurricane Katrina. On their visit to the area, Robin and her 13 students planted more than 1,200 trees and shrubs in Auburn Park.
Out of all the vacation stuff I've done, that's probably one of the biggest impacts of my life that I've gone to.
Just, I think it's important to give back. So, you know, some of the places we've traveled to, we see just how well we are. I guess that just affects me.
The town of Austin, Minnesota also benefits from service learning. Riverland Community College students in the Human Services program work together to help a local charity. As they stock up the Salvation Army's community food shelves, they learn about the purpose and management of community service nonprofits.
This is our community, we care about this. And to bring in the food and to have all those people show up, it meant a lot to me.
Suzette Overby is the instructor for the program. She's helping Kimberly Foss West, a student who received help in her time of need, set up an internship at the Salvation Army.
And after we determine if the person or family is eligible.
There was one time where I needed it, and so people reached out and helped me, so I feel that I should help others.
It's a fresh pair of eyes to help us, see what we're doing.
Suzette supervises the community-based internships.
Once they get involved in that internship, then they have to set up their very specific goals at the beginning of the internship. I meet with the person that's their supervisor at the internship, and then I maintain contact with that individual over the time.
Service learning benefits the students and the community they serve.